Hi guys, today we're going to be making fried cabbage, southern fried cabbage. So it's not a whole lot that goes into this dish, kind of minimal ingredients, but anyway, we're going to get this going. This is something that my husband loves, and I'm actually making it to take to him at work for his lunch today. So first, we're going to get, got a pound of bacon. We're just going to get that chopped up into small pieces. I think I need a different knife here. Just because it cooks a little better and because I was going to have to break it up anyway. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and cut it before we cook it. But this is something I do not eat. I mean, I eat bacon. I do not eat cabbage. So this is a dish that he loves, and there's lots of things. I'm a picky eater. I eat kind of like a 5-year-old would, I guess. But I will cook anything, even though I will not eat a lot of it. So this is something he loves. So this will be a really nice treat. Nice surprise. Take it to him while it's still warm and he can enjoy that for lunch today. So the rest of this bacon chopped up, and then we'll just get that cooked down. I don't know about you guys, I have been in the mood to decorate for Christmas. And I'm not one of these that decorates, you know, before. I usually decorate the week of Thanksgiving. And that's mainly because the kids are off from school that week. And we don't host Thanksgiving at our house. We travel for that. And so we will decorate that whole week and just have a really good time with it. So alright, so while that is cooking, we are going to get some other stuff ready. So, I have a yellow pepper and an orange pepper. So we're just going to get those sliced up. If you don't like these, you could use green bell peppers. If you were making it around Christmas, you could throw in green and red. But since it's fall, I thought these would be pretty. The insides out, and then we'll just get them sliced up. You will notice when I cook, peppers are also something I don't eat, nor do I eat onions. However, as with the cabbage, if it's something my family likes, I will cook it with no problem. These diced up, and after the bacon is mostly done, I'm not going to cook it until it's crispy, just till it's done, because you're going to take that bacon out and you're actually going to put it just in a little bowl temporarily, and then you'll add it back in at the end. So we don't want it to be overdone. chopped up. Won't take long for that bacon to cook down. But anyway, so I am looking forward to decorating for Christmas, and I'm looking at some recipes and trying to make out my list for Christmas for groceries. Especially right now, food is so expensive. If you can buy a little bit each time you get groceries, it sure helps. We have a family of 8, so that gets a little expensive, and then we also host for Christmas. Everybody comes to us, so that makes it nice. The kids can stay home and stay in their pajamas, and we make peanut butter candy every Christmas, and everybody loves it. I'm not really sure why I guess I only make it at Christmas because my grandmother only made it at Christmas. She was the one that taught me how to make it, and I absolutely love peanut butter candy. So, but I actually had one of my daughters asked me this week, she said, can we make peanut butter candy this week? So I said, well, sure, why not? Life is short. If it's something you really enjoy, you need to have it. So I'm going to take you over here and show you, this is kind of what the bacon is looking like. So we'll just let it cook down a little more, and you'll see it's got all that good grease coming out in there for flavoring. Let's see if I can get us back over here. Alright. Let's get another cutting board, and we'll go ahead and get our, so we've got 2 peppers, one, I used 1 yellow and 1 orange, but as I said, you could use whatever color you wanted. There's a whole lot of difference. Just thought the color was pretty. And then I've got 1 onion that I'm going to get sliced up. That bacon sure is smelling good. The onion, it doesn't really have to be like diced up. It just needs to be somewhat chopped, because all you're going to do is put it in there and just let it, it's going to cook down. So you don't have to worry about, well, every piece has to be diced or fine or anything like that. That's the beauty of this recipe. Everything just kind of cooks down, and nothing has to be perfect. You can eat this just any time of year, but it is a really good one for like fall or winter, just because, you know, it's nice and warm and filling, kind of a comfort food. Alright, got our onion diced up and ready to go. So let's see if our bacon is popping. Alright, let me get a plate to put that on. That's almost ready to come off. We'll put some napkins down just for the grease to absorb a little bit of it when it comes off. Okay. To our pot. Alright. So we're going to add our onion. Get that added in. And I just leave the bacon grease right in there because you want that flavor of that bacon. It'll get absorbed by that cabbage. We can get our peppers put in. Okay. We're just gonna let all of that kind of cook down. Okay. I think my camera shut off there for a minute, but we got the onions and peppers in there. They're doing well. So now we're going to get our sausage. So I'm using andouille sausage. And it's just a small pack of that. All right. So what we're going to do, we're just going to cut these long ways first, just to make it a little bit less labor intensive. Okay. Now, get them all turned the same. Let me check on the onions and the peppers. Give them a stir. They are doing great. Alright, so I'm just going to cut these in bite-sized pieces. Okay. Oops, this one tried to escape. Alright, so now we're going to add that into our pot. Get our sausage in. Let that get kind of happy with the onions and the peppers. Alright. I'm just going to let that cook. Now, at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. So I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Kent Rollins. We watch him on YouTube. He does a lot of outdoor cooking, and he has this seasoning, and we just get the original, and you can buy it on his website. But anyway, if you don't have, you could use whatever, Creole seasoning, seasoned salt, whatever you want, salt and pepper. My husband loves this, so just going to season that up, give it a good stir. He puts it on everything. He'll put it on his mashed potatoes, on his meat. He'll put it on anything. So anyway, I know he would like that being in here. So let that cook, and we're going to add the bacon back in. Okay. So everything now is in except for the cabbage. And it's a pretty quick, it's a fairly quick meal if you're just, you know, it's sort of a one-pot wonder. Everything's in this one pan, which is nice. Alright, so we're going to let that just kind of cook. I'm going to turn it down on low. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut up our cabbage and just get that ready to go in. Alright, so let's get our cabbage cut up. for this dish. Alright, so we got him half done. Now we're just going to cut out this little stem part down here. Get that part out. And I'm going to take off this top leaf. Okay? Alright, so I'm sure there is a million ways to cut up a head of cabbage, and I'm sure most of them are better than the way I'm doing it, but this is how I do it. Whoops. Some of them are trying to escape. Alright. And since he's eating this at work, and I know it's gonna, it is gonna cook down a lot, but you know, I don't want it to be huge pieces that he's gotta fight with at work, so we're just going to chop it down a little more. And then anything you see that you're like, oh well, maybe that needs to be a little smaller, you can just chop that up. And like the bigger pieces like this, I didn't really want those. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead now and we're just going to add this to our pot, and it's going to look like you have got the biggest pot of food in the world when you start. But as many of you know, I'm sure, who have fixed cabbage, it cooks down to nearly nothing. So we're going to let that kind of cook and get going. Then we have our other half of cabbage. Let's see, let me get this cleaned up. I'll bring him over here and we'll cut his little middle out. Take off the top leaf of that. Alright. You know, I have had these knives since we got married. We've been married 23 years. And I have no idea what brand they are. My grandmother gave them to us when we got married. And I absolutely love them. And the sad thing is they are slowly dwindling. And I know I'm going to have to get rid of them. It's missing one of the little things there on one side. And anyway, I will be very sad when they go, but I'm going to use them as long as I can. I like the way they cut. I like the way they feel in my hand, and I wish I could get another set, but I do not know. I have looked everywhere and can't really seem to find it, and I'm sure after this long they probably don't even make them anymore. Alright, let's see how we're doing over here. Alright, so this is cooking down nice. To get it mixed up a little bit. I'm not sure that I'm going to add all of the rest of the cabbage, but I will add a good bit. Let's see. Just try to get it a little mixed up. I'm not crazy about that one, so take that out. Alright, let's add a little bit more, and then probably just let it go and do its thing. And then I'll just keep the other cabbage and use it for something different. But you do want to, sorry for the washing machine going off in the background. You do want to put a lid on it at first. Later we'll take that off. Make sure you have it turned down on low. Put a lid on it and just leave it. Come back and stir it every now and then, just kind of checking on it, make sure everything's doing okay. But the cabbage will just continue to cook down. So we'll come back and check on it in a few minutes. Okay guys, so we've been cooking about 10 minutes. And see how that's just kind of melting down, or wilting down, I guess would be a better word. But look at all that's, I mean, that's just the flavor, I'm sure, in this would be amazing. As I've said, I don't eat it. However, it does smell delicious. So just let it continue to cook for a little bit. And really, just once that cabbage gets to the tenderness that you like, it's ready. So, you know, if you like it crunchier, you would want it sooner. If you like it a little softer, just however you like it. But anyway, we're going to continue to let it cook for a little more, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I take it out. All right, so we're going to look at this one more time. I think we're about ready. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the burner off, and that looks really good. So it's that easy, guys. You just put everything in one pot and you're all ready to go. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and thanks for watching.